Hi guys, how are you? So today I am going to be doing an updated makeup routine. Now I feel like I haven't done one of these in literally the longest time ever, and so many of you guys have been complimenting me on my makeup looks, so I am going to be doing you guys an updated makeup routine. I'm really excited to show you guys some of the new bits I've been trying out, and honestly stuff that I'm absolutely loving, and I can genuinely say they work and they look good and they feel good on the skin. So without me rambling any longer, let's get right in and show you guys my updated makeup routine. So I have zoomed you guys in a little bit, not too much, because my skin is not looking 10-10 right now, sadly. It's kind of like time of the month, TMI, I know, but I've broken out like on my chin and I've got like a few on my forehead, so we're not going to pay much attention to that, please, and we're just going to go right in and do my makeup. So I have already like moisturized, put my primer on, all of that good stuff, so if you haven't already, go ahead and do that. Firstly, we're going to move on to eyebrows. That's the first thing I like to just get done and dusted. I'm not going to do too much with my eyebrows. I'm not loving the fuller, thicker, darker look anymore. I've kind of switched it up a little bit, and I like to just go for something a bit more natural looking. Now I've already tinted my eyebrows. I do that once a month, so I'm just going to touch it up ever so slightly, just fill it in like just in the edges, and then we'll be pretty much good to go. So for my eyebrows, I like to use Anastasia Beverly Hills in shade Soft Brown. I feel like that color and that shade just suits my eyebrows really well. If I'm looking down, by the way, my mirror is just over here, so that's the reason why. So I'm just going to literally fill the tops. I'm just kind of loving just natural eyebrows right now. Okay, and that's about it, you guys. I'm not gonna add anything more because I just don't want it to look too harsh, like I mentioned. I want my eyebrows to look quite soft and obviously filled in, but like not crazy, if that makes sense. But I will most definitely be basically cleaning it up, i.e. put some concealer and just making it look just more sharp, more put together. I just love the way that looks with concealer when you sharpen it up. Beautiful. Right, so for concealer, I'm going to be using the the LA Pro concealer. Like, remember when this was such a huge vibe and everyone went for it? I remember the good old days when everyone was obsessed with it, and it was like so hard to find this concealer anywhere. And I remember picking this specific one from London, and I got so gassed because I was like, oh my god, finally I found it. And it was just so difficult. You can only pick it up like online back in the days, but now it's like everywhere. Okay guys, so that is my eyebrows more or less done. Like I mentioned, I don't like to go too crazy with my eyebrows. I want it to look somewhat natural. Just to finish it off, I'm just going to go apply a brow gel, just kind of set my eyebrows in place so they don't go crazy and go all over the place. So I'm just going to brush it upwards ever so slightly. Thick fluffy eyebrows are so in at the moment, and I'm pretty sure all of you guys know that. So all I like to do is I just like to brush it upwards, just making it look way more fluffy. I don't need to do it too much because I've already got thick eyebrows as it is, but just ever so slightly. So now I'm going to move on to my base, just to hide the blemishes. Obviously, as you guys can see, it's just really bugging me because I like, touch wood, like my skin's been really good right now, like mashallah. But today, for some reason, the day I decide to film a makeup tutorial, we love that, I break out everywhere. But you know what, we move, it happens, gotta move on. I'm gonna use a combination of two foundations. Please ignore how mucky mine looks. I really need to give like all my makeup like a good clean, but it's been a while. Anyways, I'm gonna be using the combination of the NARS Luminous Glow Foundation in the shade Light 4, and I'm going to be using MAC Studio Fix in NC15. So I'm going to add a pump of each on the back of my hand. Okay, so that's all I'm going to add. I've got my beauty blender here, and I'm just going to blend that all over my skin, obviously blending these two shades together. and then we're gonna go all in. Using a damp beauty blender, of course. As you guys know, I like to go for like a shade or two darker than my natural skin tone, just because I just love looking tanned. Otherwise, looking pale is just not for me. It's just not for me. I'm gonna move on to bronzer. Obviously, I absolutely love bronzer. I like to go quite heavy with it. I just love looking tan, literally all year round. I'm gonna go and use the Mocha Matchstick from Fenty Beauty just to like contour and give me somewhat of a cheekbone structure. I literally find it so hard to contour my nose. It's so strange. Like, I feel like I haven't really conquered the perfect nose contour yet. I just kind of do whatever kind of works for me, and I feel like this works for me right now. And I go a little bit just underneath my lips, like so, and this basically just enhances your lips. It makes your lips look bigger. So there you go, a little trick for you guys. I know at this point a lot of people, what they do is like they apply the concealer and then they blend it all out. For me personally, I don't like doing that. I just feel like the concealer and the bronzer like tends to mix together. I don't know, it's a bit strange. What I like to do is I like to blend my contour out first and then go in with my concealer. Maybe it's a bit longer that way, but honestly it just works for me and I just prefer it that way. So that is what I'm gonna do. Okay, so you guys, I've blended that already, and as you guys can see, it's giving me a bit of a glow. I look more like put together, more contoured, and I literally can't live without contour. I don't know about you guys, but contour is literally life to me. Okay, I'm gonna move on to concealer, and like I said, like the way I do things is a lot more longer than what a normal person would do, but honestly it just works for me, so I'm like, you know what, it's fine. I'm gonna go in and apply the YSL Radiant Touch. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of that. It's kind of like a color corrector. I'm going to apply a little bit of that underneath my eyes because I've got quite a lot of pigmentation. It's a little bit dark. Some people are like, what the hell, like pigmentation where? You probably can't see it on camera, but I can definitely see it for sure. So I'm just going to go in and apply a little bit of that, and honestly you'll see in a minute, it just lifts everything and it just looks so nice. Bam! You know, literally 2 seconds and that's done. Like, my dark circles are pretty much lifted, so I can leave it here if I wanted to and move on to the next step. And on a daily basis that's pretty much what I would do, but because I'm going all out with my makeup today or whatever, I'm gonna go and apply my favorite concealer right now. Is a Pro Longwear concealer from MAC. Love this stuff. Honestly, it literally brightens underneath your eyes and it just makes you look so kind of highlighted, and I love especially if I'm wearing like a full coverage foundation like I am today. I just love looking so like highlighted underneath my eyes. For an everyday look, I'd probably wear that YSL concealer with like a tinted moisturizer, and that literally would do it for me. I'll just probably just brush my eyebrows up and that's it for an everyday look. But because I'm going full coverage with my makeup today, I'm gonna go all out. Okay, so once I'm done with this step, what I'd like to do is I like to apply some powder pretty much right away. With me, I feel like my concealer just like creases literally straight away. So before that happens, I'm gonna go and apply some powder. I'm gonna be using the MAC Studio Fix powder NC15. Right, you guys, once I'm done with the powder, I'm going to move on straight to a contour. Now, I'm going to be using a basically powdered contour, of course. And I absolutely love my trusted Kat Von D powder. I've had this again for over a year and it's literally still going strong. I love Kat Von D things. I feel like it's so underrated, and there was so much like shit that's basically being talked about on the internet about Kat Von D, and you know what, I'm still gonna stand by it. I still love the product. I feel like it really does make a difference. Sorry guys, my battery died, so we love that. I'm gonna move on to blusher now. I am bringing back an old favorite that I used to love back in the day, you guys. Honestly, this used to be my go-to, the Sleek Life's a Peach blush. Now this has like a bit of like an orangey undertone, and I used to love wearing this with like an orangey kind of an orangey peach lipstick. I used to literally be obsessed. Anyways, I'm bringing it back, and I'm gonna add a little bit because a little goes a long way with this blusher, let me tell you that. And that's it. That's literally my blusher done and dusted. I'm gonna move on to the lips. I'm gonna take off my lip balm off. Okay, so I'm gonna go on with the lips. Now with the lips, I like to switch it up. With my lipstick, I like to switch it up. So some days I'm feeling pink, some days I'm feeling nude, some days I'm feeling brown, some days I'm feeling red. Like there's like literally no in between. I either go red lipstick or I'd go like nude. Like there's literally no in betweens, like I mentioned. For today, I'm feeling a pink lipstick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna outline my lips with the Rimmel London Lasting Finish, basically pencil, lip pencil, and I'm just gonna go all the way out and outline it. This is like a true brown. It has like no, oh yeah, it's in cappuccino, 047. And then we're gonna move on to the lipstick. Now this lipstick is my go-to. It's Pillow Talk by Charlotte Tilbury. Such a beautiful shade. It literally suits everyone's skin tone. Honestly, if you haven't tried it, please get yourself one because it's so beautiful. Okay, so that is basically the lipstick. Honestly, by doing that little technique, it just makes your lips look like 10 times bigger, and I love it. And I'm all up for the big lips. Okay, so I totally forgot to mention this, but what I do is I get a bit of my bronzer and I put a little bit on my eyelids. And I don't know why, but I totally forgot to do that step, so we are going to do that right now. That's literally what I do on a daily basis. If I'm feeling a little bit fancy, I will go and add a bit of highlighter. And you know what, just for the sake of this video, I wasn't gonna, but you know what, I'm gonna actually add a bit of highlighter for you guys, just to make me look like fully put together. But on a regular, this is literally what I would usually wear. Oh, why do you never love giving mommy kisses? Give mommy kisses. Come on. Come on. Give mommy kisses. Come on, good boy. Silver. This is what I have to deal with. I have to force love out of him because he literally never gives me love. Hey, only give me love when I give him dinner and treats. Kiss mommy. Kids. Anyways, you guys, so that is my updated makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed following this tutorial with me. Like I mentioned, I don't go heavy duty with my makeup at all. I love a good base. I feel like a base literally makes you look complete, if that makes sense. So everyone has their own way of doing things, but this just honestly works for me, and it's so, please ignore silver in the background. This honestly takes like literally 2 minutes, and then bam, I'm out the door, pretty much done. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll leave everything that I mentioned, all the products that I've used listed down below, so you guys can go ahead and shop all of the products. But yeah, you guys, I'll see you guys really soon in my next video, and yeah, that's it.